Hey, Wendy. First off, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to What's Next in Childcare for Me. That episode sparked so many conversations, and thank you for taking the time to reach out in our text to show option. I absolutely love hearing stories like yours. That mix of passion and purpose with vision to create something meaningful in our field. You've got heart. It's set with two incredible goals, either opening up your own nature-based preschool or starting your own coaching business and to support other early childhood professionals. And you know what? I love both. And guess what? You can absolutely do both. Now, I know right now it might feel a little overwhelming, like, where do I even start? So let's break it down together. First, get rooted in your why. Everything starts here. So take a journal and write it out. Why you want to open a nature preschool. Why you feel called to coach and support other leaders. And what difference you can make to the community and in the field. And this is really your compass, and it helps you make decisions and stay grounded when things get busy or tough, which they will. Now, I have to tell you, I just came from a AEYC conference in Maine last week, and there were so many nature-based and play-based programs up there. So I would say even reach out to a few areas, because I know you are from another state. Reach out to, some other areas and see what they're doing in terms of their nature-based preschools, and you might be able to grab some wisdom there. So let's start with now, once you've got your why, let's get with the foundation. Start laying down your foundation for your nature preschool. Start moving your dream to a plan. So research your state licensing requirements. Every state has its own rules, so start with your Department of Human Services or your state's childcare licensing office. Depending on where you are, that might look different. And then decide your program model. Will you start small, like in your home or at a rented space, or maybe even outdoors as a forest school, or maybe a nature-based co-op? You can always grow later, but just get started. And then build your brand early. Pick a name that feels aligned with your mission and create a simple logo and start an Instagram or Facebook page, or even before you open, where you can share your journey and attract families. Now, start small and test your idea. Maybe you can host some outdoor sessions, nature walks, or forest Fridays with local families. Those small community events start to build trust and visibility and your base for your first supporters. And it will also help you know what worked and what didn't before you go full on with the whole business. But let's talk about the business part, right? Write a simple business plan. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe just outline your vision, what you'll offer, who you'll serve, what your budget is, and maybe the next 3 to 6 months of what steps you're going to take. And then the coaching side of your business. Okay. So if your leadership experience is gold, don't underestimate how valuable it is to others. So here's how you can start your coaching business while your preschool dream takes shape. First, define your niche. Who do you want to help? New directors or teachers transitioning into leadership? Maybe owners who are feeling burnt out? Maybe teachers who are inspired by nature just like you? But just pick one group to start with. You can always expand later. And start creating helpful content as well. Like you could post short videos or blog style tips online. You can share lessons that you've learned. You can share nature advice or leadership advice. Encourage those in the field. Just start doing something to build credibility in your voice. I have some friends, Kate and Carrie, who are book authors and book publishers, or not sure publishers, but they're definitely book coaches. And they could even help you write a book if that's something you're interested in. You could also offer free resources or consultation, and that helps people connect with you. And it will also help you find the kind of coach that you'll love being the most. So, there's all different types of coaching. Create your first paid offer. It could be a 1-hour clarity call. It could be a 4-week small group coaching series or a workshop for early childhood educators. Keep it simple and keep it valuable. And then track what works. Keep notes on what your audience responds to. That's how you shape your future coaching programs and pricing. So it's like test and test and test. And then step 4 is you want to make sure that you treat it like a business from day one. You don't have to have a fancy office or a giant website to be a business owner, but you do need to set yourself up properly. So I'm going to give you some guidelines. It's not going to cover everything in our 15-minute podcast here, but here are some things you should do when you're ready to actually open that business. Register your business name with the state. Open a business bank account and keep your finances separate. Get an EIN number from the IRS. It's free and it takes like 5 minutes online. Consider insurance, especially if you're working directly with children or clients. And create a simple bookkeeping system like QuickBooks, Wave, even a spreadsheet works fine until you need something bigger. But just to start out, you can even start with an Excel spreadsheet. Now, here's a big tip. Don't wait to feel ready to call yourself a business owner. Just start saying it out loud. Like, I'm the founder of XYZ Nature Preschool, or I'm a leadership coach for early childhood professionals. You'll be amazed how saying it to others helps you see it, and it helps you believe it even more. Now, step number 5, surround yourself with the right people. You can go fast alone, but you can go much further together. So surround yourself with other visionary leaders who get it. And that's exactly what we're doing at the Early Childhood Empowerment Conference coming up on May 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Crowne Plaza in Warwick, Rhode Island. We also even have a bonus wellness day at Raffa Yoga on May 10th. This event was designed for people just like you. Early childhood professionals ready to grow their leadership, start something new, or make a lasting impact. You'll get inspired. You'll learn from industry experts, so many of which I call my friends, and I really do have like the coolest circle. And walk away with strategies and connections that you can truly transform into your next chapter. And as you know from that episode that I recorded a couple weeks ago, I'm right there with you. Also, the Wellness Day, that's your chance to refill your cup, because leaders who take care of themselves can take care of others much, much better. And if you're really serious about building your future in this field, whether it's owning your preschool, launching your coaching business, or both, I'd love to see you inside of our Trailblazer program. There's so many things included there. You'll get one-on-one coaching sessions with me once a month. We have guest experts and trainers that come on once a month, and some of the best minds in early childhood education, monthly leadership tools and mindset tools, downloadable resources and journals, and of course, our private Facebook community filled with supportive educators and leaders just like you. I promise you, hands down, it will be the best $10 a week you ever spent, because it keeps you moving forward, it keeps you accountable, and it connects you with people who believe in your vision. So, Wendy, you've already done the hardest part. You've decided you want more, and you've said yes to your next chapter. So now it's time to take that first step, that brave step. Open your notebook, write down your goals, and start today, not someday, because the field of early childhood education needs leaders like you, leaders with heart, with purpose, and courage. So, my friend, I hope to meet you in person this May at the Early Education Empowerment Conference. I'd be thrilled to welcome you into our Trailblazers program, where dreams start turning into reality. So keep leading with heart, keep dreaming big, and remember, every great movement in early childhood education started with one brave educator who decided just to begin. So if you're not Wendy, thank you so much for tuning in to the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. And if you would love to have me answer one of your questions on our show, hop on over to the Text the Show. I can't text you back, but I will answer, and it'll be right here on the podcast. So Feel free to drop a question, a comment, a thought, whatever you'd like in the text to show, and I promise you, I'll get back to you. So that's it for today, and man, have a great Friday.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Sacoccio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.